First questions from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. As you guys are now entering a new series, coming off of a series that was obviously games were long, it was high intensity, a lot of buildup. What is the biggest challenge, though, now moving forward for this one, if any?
Yeah, I think it's the next day starting pitcher. Tonight it's Dustin, and he's coming off a good one. I expect him to throw the baseball really well tonight. This is a team that we're familiar with, played them last year, played them in spring training. They got three guys at the top that are swinging the bats really well. Sheffield, he's got a good arm, saw him in spring training. So I think it's just kind of trying to keep that same focus. I don't know about intensity, but when you're in the moment of a baseball game, the intensity is still there. Obviously with the fanfare, the media, expectations is not like it was, but we'll be ready to win a baseball game tonight.
And how do you hope to or plan to use the DH to your advantage these next two games?
Yeah, I think, tonight, as you see, we're going to give JT a day off his feet, DH. And then I think tomorrow I'll just kind of see where guys are at, giving Muncy a day off today. So, whether it's going to be Will Smith or somebody else for tomorrow's DH, we'll kind of assess after tonight.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question's from Dave Assay. Go ahead.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm doing well. I discovered something that may blow your mind.
What do you got?
Are you aware of the fact that your winning percentage as a manager is the highest of any in the history of baseball right now?
I did not know that. Obviously, we got a really, really talented team, have had talented teams. And I guess that puts it in perspective, but that's pretty cool. It's cool. And hopefully I can add on to that by winning tonight.
Do you feel like an all-time great manager?
Absolutely not. I think I've got a ways to go. And like I said, Dave, it helps when you got a lot of great players for sure.
You have a lot of great pitchers this year. I was wondering what your plans were for that 4 games at Dodger Stadium against the Padres. Are you planning on keeping Kershaw on regular rest or try to get extra rest for your guys?
I think each guy is on extra. As I think it's Buehler, Kershaw, Bauer, and then Julio.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
Next question's from JP Hornstra. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, we were talking to Brusdar just a minute ago, and we were asking him about his debut. And he said, he was a little excited coming into the game, being with his teammates for the first time. I'm wondering if you could read that from the dugout and how much you think emotions kind of played into what we saw from him yesterday.
Yeah, I think that was to be expected. Hasn't pitched since the World Series, and he's been in big spots, but obviously it's a new year. You want to you got adrenaline anticipation for that first outing. So I think as results, it didn't go as we had hoped or he had hoped, but he got the first one out of the way. He'll be back online tomorrow, but I still thought the ball was coming out good. Just a slider just wasn't consistent.
Obviously, that was a leverage situation, middle of the Padres lineup. Is that where we can expect to see him going forward?
Yeah, I think that the nice thing about our club is we have starters that can go deep. We have a lot of leverage relievers. And so kind of depending on usage and where guys line up. But I think the point being is I just really I trust him in any spot. I really do.
And just to clarify with the day off on Max, he's fine, right?
Yeah. Max is just kind of, I think it was 6 in a row. So give him a day off, and then he'll be back in there, available to pitch it today, but we'll be back in there tomorrow, first base.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. Just to clarify for the 4-game set against San Diego. So you're going with Julio on Sunday on regular rest as opposed to May on extra rest? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And anything new with Tony Gonsolin?
No, Juan. I just I know he's in Arizona. He's on a Thorn program, but I just don't know right now where he's at in that progression.
And as far as Brusdar, obviously he throws really hard. He didn't strike out that many guys out last year. What do you think is kind of the next step for him to make? So I guess he can take the next step into trying and punch out some more guys.
Yeah, I think it's just commanding the fastball, both sides of the plate, top zone, bottom zone, and then also the slider. So I think that, once he can command the slider and strike it, shorten it, he'll get the swing and miss that we would expect.
And one more thing for me, with Cody, is he with you guys or is he back in LA?
Yep, Cody's with us. I had a really good day of work. Did some light kind of jogging, taking some swings, played catch. He's going to take some balls off the bat, I think. So today was a good, considerable day. Hopefully comes out of today feeling good, and we'll just continue to progress. But yeah, he's with us.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, how long do you plan on carrying 14 pitchers?
Yeah, I think that, once we get to the off day, then we'll reassess for that San Diego series and just kind of seeing how we come out of it.
What's your taxi squad looking like right now?
It's Kabert, Mitchell White, Alex Vesia, and I think that might be it.
Okay. And what are you seeing from Edwin Rios' at bats so far this year?
You know what? I think he's taking really good at bats. He hasn't got the results, but I think he's made one start, maybe two, and the at bats off the bench are always tough. But he's competing. He's taking good swings, and he'll get some results. We got a long way to go, and I just got to keep him involved. But he's doing just fine.
Beyond keeping him involved, you also have to, maybe tell him, hey, your at bats are good. Don't worry about the results quite yet.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I have those conversations, our hitting guys, and he knows his value to our ball club.
So Scott Service today told reporters that 10 teams have reached the 85% threshold, and the Mariners actually aren't one of them. Are you guys one of them yet?
If we're not at 85, I know we're darn close. So I don't know exactly. I think it includes the alt site guys. So I don't know the number, but I know we're darn close, if not there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question is from Claudia Guestro. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, with Brusdar, do you think he could be a good setup man?
Yeah, I think that Brusdar can do a lot of things. I think that, he can pitch and leverage. I do believe, though, that just the slider command consistency of it, will elevate him to that. But like I said before, we put him in big spots. We trust him, and he's only going to get better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Got time for one more. Go ahead, Juan.
Didn't put my hand on. Sorry.
Another question from JP. Go ahead.
Just a quick follow-up to what Jorge was asking. Scott also mentioned that vaccines will be available to the Mariners players after tomorrow's game. Do you know if that's also available to you guys?
I don't. I don't know the status of where our guys are at, whether it's the first or the second shot. I don't know.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks.